down the ground. Down the wicket he goes again. That's another six. It's beautifully played. Well struck into the gap.
He's cleaned him up with another superb delivery.
For India to cement its position right at the top of the Test match ladder, many believe they do have to tick off one last unfinished item on their agenda. They have to go where they've never been before. They have to beat South Africa in South Africa. It's a series you do not want to miss. It is the final frontier. And this is our room with an expert view. The wait is finally over. India's South African safari is all set to begin. Hoping to tame the South African lions in their own den, the world's #1 Test side is once again banking on their all-powerful batting lineup to deliver that knockout punch.
Down the wicket he comes. That's way over the top. That's a fantastic hit. 2 metres over the fence for 6.
The red-hot Dale Steyn will lead the Protean bowling attack, and he's expected to be quite a handful.
Big shout, huge shout, goal! Dale Steyn makes the breakthrough.
Also hoping to extend their impressive run with the bat will be Hashim Amla and A.B. de Villiers. So, a riveting contest on the cards, with India hoping to reaffirm their #1 rankings in tests and improve their poor record in South Africa. The Indian team is so popular around the world, and for good reason. Thrilling cricket, some huge superstars, yet when they go to South Africa, things get a little unstuck. Just have not been able to do well. This time, though, they seem to be very well prepared. Get set for a truly riveting series. It's going to be a fabulous, scrumptious 3 sets, 3 tests, of course. And I'd just like to remind you that to take you through all of that, we're happy to be here on the show. Welcome to the show, Kent Straight Drive. And of course, talking through the series, giving you their expert advice. To my left first, Arun Lal. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, it's great to be here, Charu.
And of course, joining the former Indian opener is the former fast bowler from South Africa, Craig Matthews. Craig, thanks so much for joining us.
Super,
and a quick comment on the series, Craig. Do you think this time, though, the Indians have enough firepower?
Yeah, I think they do. I think people in South Africa and the South African side now think this is a series they're going to have to play really well to win. So it's all set up for a cracker.
And also, Arun, you know, South Africa, strangely enough, haven't done too well in South Africa the last couple of series. But are they favoured, do you think, of the Indians?
Well, they certainly have they know the conditions. They have the firepower. They've got Steyn and Morkel to unsettle the Indians. And the Indians, obviously, as we've seen, have a bit of a struggle when the ball is around chest high. And that's where it's expected to be, because that's where they think they can exploit that vulnerable area for the Indians. But having said that, Charu, I mean, I wouldn't want any better. I wouldn't expect anything, or any better team to tour South Africa at this juncture, because a lot of expectation. You're the #1 side, and this is where they have to perform. I don't think we've had a more balanced and a more performing side for a long time.
I'm sure, but it's just that we tend to hear similar things about teams all the way through, that this is a very balanced team going in for a contest. But all right, now, there's a lot of cricket going on, some may think, but there's no bigger cricket than what's coming up. Here's a reminder of the 3 test matches in South Africa, the first beginning just about an hour or so, or under an hour from now. 16th to the 20th at Centurion, where strangely enough, India haven't played a test match against South Africa. Then Durban, which traditionally was the quickest at Kingsmead. And the 3rd test match, that will be in the new year, 2011. We'll wish you all the best then. In Cape Town. Newlands can also be a very, very difficult ground to play on, but the 3 fabulous grounds. All right, what about India's record in South Africa? Of course, we can say so much about it. I think they've played 4 series so far and haven't won but 1 test match. Arun, the main reason?
Well, the main reason, as I told you, Charu, very alien conditions, a lot of bounce, a lot of pace off the track, and the ball, has a little bit of pace. We're not very much accustomed to that, and that's the problem. That's always been India's problem. Otherwise, we've got one of the best batting sides in the world. In fact, I think it is the best at the moment. Nothing to rival this batting lineup. And they're in good form. So I expect that over time, the experience of, say, Tendulkar, Lakshman, Dravid, and you know, the firepower at the top of Sehwag and Gambhir, if they can give us a beginning, Sehwag and Gambhir, then it makes it a lot easier, as we've seen. So they need to get about 400 runs, though, Charu. And that's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough one.
All right, we are going to come back and talk about the Indian batting lineup, the all-powerful batting lineup, but in a moment from now. It's all about preparation, isn't it? And there's very little time these days to acclimatize. Yet the Indians have done something special in terms of preparing for this tour. Here's a quick look at their preparations.
It's something they've been dreaming about, a series win in South Africa. And you certainly can't fault Team India's forward planning. A number of team members were sent much before the start of the series to acclimatize to the conditions. After all, they do want to hit the ground running.
What is important for us was how we are utilizing the time that we had got. So we are quite satisfied with the effort that the guys have put in, especially the ones who came here early, and we made the best possible use of the condition and the practice facilities.
And problems there have been aplenty thanks to the weather. Bad light and a wet outfield have destroyed more than one practice session of theirs, including the one on the eve of the first test. Not that they're too concerned.
The last 2 sessions that we had were the major sessions. It were very long session. Today was just reserved for a bit of catching and very light batting. So I don't think it will have a big impact on our preparation.
Apart from the weather, India's major concern has been the fitness or the lack thereof of their frontline speedster Zaheer Khan. He remains a doubtful starter, and that's not surprising given how he struggled during practice sessions, watching mostly from the sidelines while the others went through their paces.
Well, Zach has been our, you can say, the best bowler who always led the bowling attack. Whatever the conditions may be, whether we are playing on flat tracks or seaming wicket, he's always one bowler who has done really well for us. So of course it is a blow, but at the same time, we have to see the longer picture. Till we are not 100% sure about his fitness or about the injury, we won't really risk it.
As far as the local media is concerned, the Indians would rather play this than cricket in South Africa. Conditions are already being prepared to the home side's liking,